Okay, we've got your Frontier opening bell for Tuesday, the 28th of June. Ready, I am boasting MoF Ahmed. Welcome to the show, everyone. Let's get you started. The South African stock market, the GSC, roared more than 2% on Monday to start the week on the news around Prosus and Naspers about their share buyback. The shares of Naspers went up roughly 23%, giving a major fillip to the upside to start the new week on Africa's most advanced securities in the largest securities exchange, that's the GSC. But let's get on to first to the rest of the numbers. The Nigerian stock market was also given an upside on the back of renewed interest in the shares of MTN Nigeria, which is the largest telco by market cap. The shares went up yesterday, giving the market a push to the upside on the 50 basis point. The banking index also added 0.5%, by the way, adding to what MTN, the telco giant, brought to the table. Next door in Cote d'Ivoire, the BRVM was up roughly 0.1% at 208 reading. In Egypt, the EGX30 for the second trading day was down sharply 2%, and the Nairobi was down by 30 basis points. That summarizes it for me for the first trading day of the week, as we see the final days of June and the second quarter of the year, and effectively the first half of 2022. So let's go straight to the stories making the headlines, starting as always from East Africa, where the sun rises. The Food and Agriculture Organization is looking for about $172 million funding support to help avert famine in the East African community on the back of a drought that is being experienced. And the IMF says it's delaying the roughly $240 million loans to the authorities in Kenya because the board of the IMF, the executive board, is yet to sit and have a final word on this funding support to the Uhuru Kenyatta's administration, just about 2 months to the general elections, which is happening in the month of August. Then the Central African Republic has officially launched Sango Coin as the country's means of payment. It's been a very rough ride for Central African Republic in terms of launching its own central bank digital currency. It's been roundly criticized, but the Republic, the CR, says it's going ahead, and now it's been formally announced as the name will be Sango Coin. In Rwanda, has started the construction of its first vaccine production plant, while Tanzania has doubled its cost of export permits in the country. So let's get the West African news into the mix for you this Tuesday, with the Nigeria Securities and Exchange Commission submitting the revised master plan of the country's capital markets 2021-2025 to the Minister of Finance, Zainab Ahmed. That was done on Monday. The Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning says is going to keep supporting the SEC, and the revised master plan, which was initially launched about 10 years ago, is now been updated to include fintech, digital economy, and everything else that's now becoming the in thing in the Nigeria's space. And the BRVM Awards for 2022, the best among the asset management companies, 23 of them that were ranked within the West Africa Monetary Union, which is a French-speaking West Africa, has the West Africa Management Company emerging as the number one for the second year in a row. And the CEO of the Nigerian Exchange Limited, Temeko Kuala, says small and medium enterprises are the mainstream of the economy, and that the exchange will continue to provide support to these small companies as part of the market ecosystem. And Burkina Faso is looking at 16.6% as an increased level of revenue or tax revenue as a percentage of the GDP by the year 2026. The earlier figure, the current figure, is around 14.5%. Now, the country north of Nigeria says is looking at 16.6% over the period under review. And Ghana is looking at about 25% decline in cargo berths due to issues around the seaports. Okay, let's touch on with South Africa. Of course, I was talking about the shares of Naspers. They're jumping about 23% yesterday on the back of the earnings that came from the company Bellwether, listed on the GSE, and the plan, plan around the share buyback program with process. The Zimbabwe Central Bank has raised interest rate by 200 basis points, the highest jump from 80%. The Zimbabwe is battling inflation that's now about 191.6% for the month of June. And Botswana's the AFDB has okayed about $30 million loan to Northside Capital in Botswana. In the meantime, the UK is looking to guarantee about $2 billion of the AFDB's debt in order to help the DFI on the African continent support climate change issues. Let's get to North Africa very quickly with Egypt's construction sector investment hitting about 600 billion Egyptian pounds annually. And the small and medium enterprises, small and medium enterprises, which is called the MSMEs in Egypt, has received about 1.6 million of them. It's gotten about roughly 40 billion Egyptian pounds in local currency since 2014. That's according to the latest data. In the meantime, Morocco tourism jumped 123% in revenues. That's a strong comeback from the lows of 2020 because of the coronavirus pandemic. The figure being reported, 123%, is on a year-on-year figure. And Morocco has Africa's sixth best ecosystem for startups, and that's the latest report. Is the best for startup in North Africa, and for the entire Africa as a whole is ranked number 6. And that's about it for today here on Frontier Opening Bell. I am Bosin Omofaye. Enjoy the rest of your day. Remember to watch the show again on Frontier Africa Reports on our YouTube, or read our stories and videos and podcasts on energy and others on frontierafricareports.com. That's our website. Follow us on social media, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Instagram, as well as Facebook. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.